Wedderburn became much weepy and sweary when he discovered my whoring.
I find myself merely jealous of the men's time with you, rather than any moral aspersion against you. It is your body, Bella Baxter, yours to give freely.
I generally charged 30 francs.
Well, that seems low.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Alrighty, what is up, my artists? We're here for another Austin Artist review. This is more of a, I guess, kind of raw, unedited, like, thoughts type Austin Artist review. So, I was hearing a lot of things, a lot of Oscar buzz about fucking this new movie called Poor Things. So I decided, fuck it, everybody's saying it's a great, incredible movie. Let me go ahead and see what it's all about and watch it in theaters, because that's how people say you need to experience it. And I was like, okay. So, paid $13 or so to fucking see it. And here's my thoughts, truly. It's not a bad film by any means. It's more or less a film that makes you think a lot. It's about 2.5 hours. Actors and actresses. Let's see, we have Emma Stone as Bella. We have William Dafoe as Godwin. And we have Mark Ruffalo as... his character was so kind of forgettable and weird that I kind of forgot his name. Not even gonna lie. But I will say the acting was great. I'm not gonna say anything bad about the acting, because it was pretty fucking good for a movie like this. I wasn't expecting anything to be bad when it came to the actors that I saw from this film in the trailer. When it comes down to, like, cinematography is amazing. It's strange, but it's strange in a good way, if that makes sense, I guess. It's very abstract, I guess. And that's kind of, I like how it's abstract in a way, because that sets it apart from any other movie that I've seen, and the amount of movies I've watched over the years. It definitely stands out as a movie. I'm kind of liking this new direction with films recently, when it comes to, like, stuff like this and stuff like Infinity Pool, where it's very abstract and weird and interesting. It makes you think. I'm starting to like films like that. I don't know if it's just a thing that I'm getting used to or what, but I really enjoy the atmosphere and abstract nature of films like that now. And it really says something about how my opinion on film has changed over time. Because, I mean, fuck, like, I would say, like, 5 years ago, I would look at a film like this and say, what the fuck was that? And trust me, there are still films that I look at like that. So, but this one, it made me think a lot. And so I like the cinematography and how abstract it was. When it comes down to the overall story, that's where I'm going to try to kind of get into this a little bit. I'm not it jumps around a lot. It's mainly based on Emma Stone's character and how her character functions, but her character, it's kind of uncomfortable in a way. I don't know if I'm the only one that felt this, but so let me try to. Okay, so basically her character is that her name used to be Victoria, and Victoria was pregnant, but then she tried to off herself, which she succeeded in doing, but Godwin found her and cut the baby out of her stomach and replaced her brain with the baby's brain, and then Frankensteined her alive, and basically she has the mind of an infant, which of course it grows, like, her mind develops a lot more as the movie goes on, but it's a bit uncomfortable, mainly because it has a lot of scenes where Emma Stone's character has a lot of sex, and for me, the reason that's uncomfortable is because, and I don't know if it's just me getting this, she has the mind of a child. Of course it's developing, but like, and she gets smarter in time, but like, still, at most of these scenes, her mind isn't developed enough, I feel like, for that. Like, she calls it, for most of the movie, she calls sex furious jumping, and that's quirky, I guess, but it's weird. It's really weird in a way. I think that's my biggest pet peeve with this movie, because it's uncomfortable. Because there's full-on scenes where she's like straight up nude, which I wouldn't normally I would not complain to see Emma Stone nude, but in this context of how she's acting and who she's portraying, it's very uncomfortable. I think that's my one gripe about this movie, is how uncomfortable those scenes are. If that wasn't a plot point, to the point where she was pretty much whoring herself out, like that's what it was said in the movie, like, then maybe I would like it a little bit more. I like the movie for how it makes me think and all, and I still enjoyed my experience watching it, but I don't like the part where that's a plot point. So, I don't know, I enjoyed the movie, not those scenes, but I enjoyed the movie overall. I enjoyed the plot point of her developing her mind and figuring out all of the shit that happened to her. And I enjoyed the acting and everything. I don't know. I think that's all I really have to say. Truly. It's a great film. Besides those scenes, because those made me very uncomfortable. But it's a great film. I recommend it for somebody who wants to watch something that's very abstract and has great acting and great cinematography. Story, besides the plot points that I talked about, I mean, I'm not going to tell too much about the story just so you guys can watch it for yourself, because it does have Oscar nominations. I do not know if it has won any Oscars at this point. By the time this comes out, it'll probably figure out if it's going to or not. But yeah, Poor Things is uncomfortable but interesting, is what I am going to say. Uncomfortable but interesting. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching this Austin Artist review. It's more of just an Austin Artist review thoughts type video. See you next week for something else. Whatever I do, I don't know yet. A lot of the times, I get ideas in my head on the fly, and I write them down. So, we'll see what we get. But yeah, that was Poor Things. I recommend it. Uncomfortable but interesting. Peace.
And I don't wanna waste your time. I thought about that shit last night in the wintertime. Don't wanna go down my mind. I think about all the times what we've been through. Even when there's a blue moon, pretty lady, pretty